everyone. Hi, I'm Hermine, the Honey Hermit, and I wanted to do something a little differently this coming week, or the next probably 7 weeks that I want to do this, is going through each and every chakra. And I've got these amazing little cards that I got as a gift, so it's called chakra cards, and they are from Gift Republic in Ireland, and they basically take you through the entire chakra system with some little affirmations, exercises, and more information on each chakra. So I thought that will be a fun way to dive into these energy centers and learn more about them, and maybe on a weekly basis do some balancing and working with each center. And then of course having an affirmation for that week that we can use with each center, as well as some essential oils or yoga poses to help balance each center as we move through them. So we are going to start with the 7 main chakras, and then we're going to start down at root chakra and then work our way up the 7 chakras all the way to the crown chakra. Okay, so this is basically, I'm just going to read through these little cards for us, and then we are just going to start with the introduction today. So basically this is the chakra introduction. It basically just says chakras are concentrated energy centers of the body. They are used in a variety of ancient meditation practices. Chakra is the Sanskrit term meaning wheel or disc. For thousands of years, these have been studied and incorporated into a wide variety of spiritual practices. Working with your chakras has been linked to increasing your lifespan and improving your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. So now we're just going to quickly have a look at this card over here. Then it basically asks you where are the chakras located. So you'll see if you basically start from the bottom here, that's the root, to sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and then the crown chakra right at the top there. And then so for each chakra there are different ways that we can balance them. We can do meditations with visualization. You can use sound bowls, and then a quick and easy way is to work with crystals as well as yoga. So certain poses help you activate or balance certain chakras, as well as aromatherapy. So I quite like aromatherapy. I've always been into essential oils, so that's another nice way to link your essential oils with every chakra center and then work with that. And then obviously you can use that specific color. So for the root chakra it is red, so we're going to be using red. You can do a little altar with the color red. You can wear the color, maybe put on a nice red lipstick just to remind you about that root chakra and just send energy into that center. So the first chakra we're going to be talking about is called the root chakra. Okay, and this chakra is located, or chakra, whatever, say it how you want to, is located near the perineum and establishes us on earth. It is associated with grounding, deepening, and connecting to the environment. So that's the base chakra. So that's your first chakra, and that is the earth energy. So that has to do with the feeling of safety. So it also carries feminine energy, and it governs the functioning of your lower part of your body. That will be inclusive of your lower back, lower spine, kidneys, and bladder. So if you have any issues with lower back pain, bladder issues, or any issues with related to your lower spine or your kidneys, that is normally the chakra that those organs are attached to. Okay, so that just basically gives you that little tidbit of information. So because this chakra is related to safety, which is our security, and that will be on a physical level, so on an earthly plane, how physically secure we feel. And yeah, so that's about that security and safety, like home base, how we feel connected to other people in the sense of a broader community. This is not necessarily one-on-one relationship. It is just that very basic need for safety as humans. Okay, so if you feel ill or not at ease, that could suggest that this chakra is out of balance, that those needs, your basic need for safety, is not being met. If this chakra or chakra spins too fast, you may have excessive energy that can lead to aggression or egotistical behavior. And then if there is a lack of energy in this chakra, that will be a lack of sexual interest, weak willpower, and lack of that feeling of grounding. So you'll feel really much on edge, not at ease and safe and grounded in your being. Okay, so what we can do to help us ground this energy center is we can start with some essential oils. So essential oils, there's multiple ways that we can use those. We can use them by getting a burner or like a candle burner that you can put the oils on top of the burner to release the oils into the air. You can use a electronic diffuser. You can burn candles in certain that's got these essential oils in them. You can wear your essential oils, so you get some jewelry that's got little essential oil beads that you can rub the essential oil into the bead, and you can wear those and smell that on yourself. Or you can just put a little bit of certain essential oils or make an essential oil blend in a roller that is specifically for the root chakra. So the scents that you would want to use, or the essential oils that you would want to use, is your patchouli, cloves, ginger, cedarwood, sandalwood, nice earthy smells that really grounds that energy. So those are the essential oils that basically would be good to use for the root chakra specifically. And then the other way we can help is, or balance this energy, is by using affirmations. So we can tell, like when we do a meditation, we can take a couple of deep breaths and we can use affirmations to put us back into our body and back into that grounded, safe energy. So the affirmations that they suggest on these cards, I'm just going to read one or two of them here. The first one I quite like is the one that says, I am at home in my own body. And we can use, with every breath, I release the anxiety and the fear within me. I am here. I am safe. And you can add, like, you're nourished and supported by Mother Earth. The earth supports me and meet my needs. So these are nice affirmations that you can use just to ground yourself in that safe energy. And then there are certain crystals. If you're into crystals and you have a variety of crystals, you can look at which ones are good to use with the root chakra, and that will be obsidian, which is a stone for protection. You can use black tourmaline for that spiritual grounding energy. Red carnelian is always related to that strength and courage, and that can help you feel safe and courageous. And basically just these stones you can use in clearing and balancing the root chakra. And if you prefer to do a more movement-based practice, so you can either do dance or yoga poses. So some helpful yoga poses you can use are the warrior pose, child's pose, goddess pose, mountain pose, and just a normal straightforward squat. All of those take you nicely and deeply into that root chakra. And then if you struggle with seated meditations, you can always do walking meditations to help ground. You can maybe take off your shoes and really feel the ground underneath your feet to help you drop into that grounded energy. And then the last exercise I wanted to talk about is about using your breath and some visualization. So you can just do this, take a couple of deep breaths in, and you can visualize the color red. And you can start with something that is red or has a red energy for you. So if it's bright sunlight, you know, when the sun shines really, really brightly and you close your eyes and you can almost see that fiery red, you can use that energy. Or you can just think of red, like whether it's a flower, or, and you're gonna visualize this red energy, and you're going to see it expanding, and you're going to see this red energy expanding until you're completely surrounded in this beautiful blanket of red energy. And you're going to take a nice deep breath in, and you're going to breathe this red energy in all the way down into your root chakra. And you're going to breathe it in, and you're just going to feel yourself fill up with this red energy, and you're going to see your root chakra expanding with this beautiful red energy, and it's going to basically just envelope you in this safe red energy. And you're going to take a couple of deep breaths in that beautiful red energy, and then you can open your eyes and just see how you feel. So that's just some of the things we can do to balance our root chakra. And yeah, I think that is it for the start of the chakra series. See you next week. Because we are working with some root chakra energy this week, I thought a good idea would be is to just pull one card from my tarot deck that we can use alongside that root chakra energy. So I'm just going to open my cards here, and then we are going to pull a card from the, I think it's Rider White or Rider Waite, or whatever the pronunciation is. So we are just gonna clear the energy, put our energy back into the deck, and we are just gonna draw us one single card this week that we can use while working with that root chakra energy. So I'm just gonna take a deep breath in. Just drop into that red fiery root chakra energy, and we're going to draw, that was a jumper, and we're going to draw one tarot card. So I'm obviously very new, well, I'm not new to tarot cards. I've been using tarot cards for many years now, but I am very much still attached to my tarot Bible, which is my card interpretation book that I use. So the card that we got is 5 of Cups, and it looks like we spilled a little bit of that red red energy here. Okay, so this is our 5 of Cups. That is the cup or the card that we are working with the root chakra energy this week. So let's see how that ties in with the energy for the week. So I'm just quickly gonna grab my interpretation book, which I have hidden under here. So in the process of trying to get my tarot Bible, I dropped my entire setup. Okay, so let's try again. So we drew the 5 of Cups. So very much the figure in this card, you can see, is quite miserable, not happy, like really head bowed down, like the weight of the world is on his shoulders. And you can see him staring at these 3 cups, the overturned cups, that can represent loss. So that loss could be something insignificant like losing a key, or something more significant like a relationship. But with the cups, it's always very much a feel emotional type energy. Okay, so the figure is really so focused here that he can't see the 2 cups that are still upright. That represents that little bit of hope that's still left. So we're so cordoned down here. So if I have to tie that into the root chakra that we are working with, I will definitely look at what we are grieving. So from a root chakra, is it a sense of safety? Is it possibly, are we grieving a loss of a dream or something we can't pursue because we don't feel safe? Is it a sense of loss in a community, that we don't feel we are part of something bigger? Yeah, so I think that is kind of what I see when I have to try and tie this card in with the root chakra energy. But yeah, so that's just a perception I get from looking at this card. Okay, so it might also be that we are emotionally resisting something. So with that sense of safety, is there something that we are either avoiding to look at when it comes to that first chakra energy? Is it with regards to our dreams, our ambitions? Are we wanting to change what happened in the past? Yeah, so that's basically what I'm getting from this card relating to our chakras of the week. All right, that's me.